So I guess Buzzfeed, that's right, everyone's favorite highly progressive company, is going to start making feature films, which I'm sure will appeal to no one. Somehow, though, they've managed to swindle their way into the heart of Lionsgate, and they'll be making movies with them. Lionsgate, if you don't know, has produced several films. The Hunger Games, Medea's Big Happy Family, Saw, American Psycho, which is actually a good movie. Now You See Me 2, no, never seen it. 3 from Hell, I never watched that, though I do like the previous ones, which is House of a Thousand Corpses and Devil's Rejects. Then they made Stallone Rambo, Day After Tomorrow, Requiem for a Dream, Lincoln Lawyer, Irreversible, Kick-Ass, North of the North, The Last Witch Hunter, and so on and so on. They've made some pretty big films. The Hunger Games, I would say, are probably the biggest. If I had to guess where they've made a ton of money from, it's probably the Hunger Games movies. So naturally, they think that they can go team up with BuzzFeed and make more young adult movies because the Hunger Game books are young adult novels. So the idea here is Lionsgate, they think they're going to team up with BuzzFeed and make tons of money, even though BuzzFeed is probably creatively bankrupt. They made most of their money off of like 30 ways to eat your foods and all this crazy clickbait that went on Facebook. It's a really good video on the downfall of BuzzFeed from, I think it's that gamer from Mars, I think is his channel. It's really good 10-minute video going over the downfall of BuzzFeed. I don't know who's in charge over at Lionsgate. Who thought this would be a good idea? This is an absolutely terrible idea. You're not going to make any money. I mean, we're talking about people who make videos called, manspreading. It's that famous video where they went around like manspreading. They had women going around manspreading and talked about how manspreading is terrible. I mean, this is what BuzzFeed is. This is a terrible idea, and it's not going to make any money. Every film, I guarantee, will likely flop. So I just don't understand. Did Lionsgate not look into the history of BuzzFeed? Like, what creative outlets have they ever put out that's been successful other than their, like I said, their clickbait articles? So I don't really get it, but they're going through with it. They think it's a good idea, and they specifically say in here this is to attract millennials and Gen Z. Let's go over this a little bit. In the latest attempt to become a Hollywood player, digital media company BuzzFeed will partner with Lionsgate on a slate of narrative feature films. The slate of full-length feature films, which were described as socially relevant and high concept, aka super woke. That's basically what that means. Super woke. Super woke YA movies. I wonder how successful this will be. Something to watch because you know the saying, get woketh, go broketh. So I really wonder, especially, you look at now, we're gonna have a whole year probably with no new movies because of everything that's happened and the lockdowns and so on and so on. And don't forget, film companies, studios, Hollywood studios, they're all broke. They're getting broker as the days go on, running out of all kinds of capital. So is this really the right direction to go back into to make some quick bucks back? I wonder if this is going to blow up in their face. And I would say that that's probably a yes. So anyway, socially relevant and high concept that would attract millennials and Gen Z for primarily distribution strategies. While there was no formal specifics offered on projects, the announcement noted that several titles were already in development, with Lionsgate and BuzzFeed planning to launch their first co-production in 2021. Well, I can't wait. I am absolutely excited for this. This is content for the channel. I will bring you reviews and the backlash to when they flop because, of course, people didn't go watch it because of istophobe stuff and probably systemic hate, so on and so on. Those will for sure be the reasons that the movies have failed, or TV shows. They're not really clear if these are going to be shows or movies. I would say probably movies. Probably more than likely movies. I think it's Buzzfeed Studios is what they're calling themselves now, which is insane to me. By the way, Buzzfeed Studios, where do you think you're going to make money in the film industry? Like, most of the money that you make in film comes from merchandising, unless you're like a very small budget and you make a nice sum of money back, which, given the history of what Buzzfeed has made, I don't think it's going to be very good. By the way, BuzzFeed, did you know they have like BuzzFeed Tupperware or something that they sell to Walmart? I didn't know this. You have to fact check me, but I swear I've read somewhere that BuzzFeed was working with Walmart to put Tupperware or something, plates into their stores, selling BuzzFeed merchandise like that. I thought that was hilarious. I swear I've read that somewhere. They're desperate for money. So it'll be interesting to see if this works out for me. I just think it's hilarious they snake their way into Lionsgate thinking they're going to sell them some kind of woke Hunger Games. I think that's absolutely hilarious. So it's continuing on here. They have several projects already in development and co-production for 2021. The films will be based on original BuzzFeed IP, as well as projects designed to tap into BuzzFeed's established readership. So what is that? Nobody? Have you seen their YouTube channel lately, Lionsgate? It's quite dead. And they're laying people off left and right. I don't think they have much viewership. In fact, most of their readership and YouTube views came from clickbait. I don't think they have an established, dedicated readership. Who is the idiot that said, let's jump in with BuzzFeed? Did you do any research? Someone's going to get fired from this. I guarantee it. Did you not look into the company at all, sir? Or ma'am, whoever decided that they were going to partner with BuzzFeed, who thought this was a good idea. What IP do they have? What established original IP does BuzzFeed have, by the way? The episode where they go and teach people about manspreading? You got to be kidding me, man. So anyway, a little statement here. This exciting partnership with Lionsgate marks a new chapter for BuzzFeed and our studio endeavors, said Richard Allen Reed, SVP of Global Content and Film at BuzzFeed. We are expanding our strategy to include long-form content with a slate that celebrates identity, diversity, and youth culture, and concepts that highlight themes and characters not typically at the center of pop movies. Right. So essentially, stuff no one's going to pay to go see. So I find it funny. Here they say down here, this is what's funny. They've long aspired to be producers of film and television, and it is Buzzfeed Studios. It used to be Motion Pictures. But then they say this. I think you're going to see a whole explosion of new formats and new models in programming that will go beyond just taking traditional TV and sticking it on the internet. So I find it funny that BuzzFeed, okay, a clickbait 30 ways to surprise your partner website and pioneers of manspreading videos are going to come up with new, innovative ways to reach people. I'm sure BuzzFeed will be the one to crack that code. Lionsgate, you're stupid for doing this. You're going to lose money. And I'm personally kind of excited for it. This is great content for the channel, for me to roast and talk about. And I'm sure the shill media sites that praise it and then get angry when it fails. I mean, it's a cycle, and it's a fun cycle. So anyway, that's it. I don't have much else. I just wanted to talk about this, guys. I thought it was insane and funny. And it's always funny to watch people waste money, and that's exactly what Lionsgate is doing. Wasting a ton of money, and it'll be fun to watch. Anyway, that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys think about all this. I'd like to hear your thoughts on the matter. Also, if you would throw a like up, share the video, make sure you're still subscribed. Subscribe if you're new. Hit that notification bell, and as always, I will see you on the next one. Peace. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out.